Hey, what's up mortals? It's CarelessRex here with a new video for you. In this video, we'll dive into the Phantomhive servants from Black Butler. Just wanted to greet you guys by saying sit back and relax. You're in for a treat, so let's get started. The Phantomhive servants consist of Sebastian Michaelis, Finlay, Baldroy, Mayren, Tanaka, and Snake. CL's servants are different from the typical Victorian maid or butler, as they have incredible fighting abilities, Sebastian himself being a literal demon. A famous saying throughout the show is, "A Phantomhive servant who can't do much isn't worth his salt." Each servant joined the household separately and in a precise order. Tanaka is the oldest servant, who's been serving the Phantomhives for years. He acts as the house steward, though he was initially a butler. At random parts in the show, he will become fun-sized, where he transforms into a chibi version of himself that is only capable of sipping tea and chuckling. He is small in stature and has white hair along with a mustache and monocle. He has unwavering loyalty for the Phantomhives, but believes that CL has too many weaknesses that would get in the way of him being a good Earl. He is a dependable advisor as he has so much experience. Despite his appearance and age, he is a strong fighter, and he typically wields a katana. The next servant to join the household was Sebastian, who is the head butler. This was made official when Tanaka gave him his pocket watch, which has been used by every head butler of the household. Sebastian was first summoned by CL when he was captured by a cult that idolized him. CL was in so much despair that he called for the demon to kill them all. This created the contract, resulting in a pentagram being imprinted on CL's eye. As shown in the Book of Atlantic, both Sebastian and CL had to adapt to their new roles, which took multiple trial and error attempts, but eventually, CL was a decent Earl, and Sebastian became a decent butler. CL named Sebastian after his dog, which annoyed him as he adores cats and cannot stand dogs. He takes the appearance of a tall man with black hair, which looks similar to Vincent Phantomhive's appearance. His demonic form involves high-heeled stiletto boots along with claws, slit pupils, sharp teeth, dark wings, and multiple eyes. The rest of the servants were hired by Sebastian and were chosen on their talents and skills and not their ability to be good servants. Finlay, also referred to as Finny, is the Phantomhive gardener. Before joining the household, Finny was a test subject and had S-012 tattooed on the back of his neck. He was getting injected with unknown substances, which caused him to develop superhuman strength. One day, the institution was attacked, which allowed Finny to escape. He was found by CL and Sebastian, who hired him as a gardener. At first, he struggled as he was constantly worried that he would break everything he touched, but eventually, he lost this fear, and he now enjoys the outdoors. Finny is very lively and excitable, and he heavily respects CL as he sees him as his savior. He occasionally has emotional outbursts, and according to Sebastian, he's an idiot with a bad memory. Finny's superhuman strength allows him to lift statues and other bulky items with complete ease. He is usually seen wearing a straw hat that covers the back of his neck, which he loves as it was given to him by CL, so he could cover the tattoo on the back of his neck. We see Finny in action when he is able to kill Jumbo, the large bodybuilder from the circus. He catches him off guard as Jumbo believed he had killed him, but Finny quickly gets up and picks up a massive statue even though blood was dripping down his head. Baldroy, also known as Bard, is the chef of the Phantomhive household. We don't know much about Bard's past, but we do know that he once served in an unknown war where all his comrades died, making him the only survivor. Due to this experience, he always has at least one gun on him, and he still refers to things using military vocabulary. It is also known that at one point in time, Bard had a bad experience with snakes in Arizona. He is usually seen in the chef outfit as well as goggles around his neck and a cigarette in his mouth. He is a formidable American veteran that, much like his fellow servants, is very loyal to CL. He is in charge of the other servants when Sebastian isn't around. He is very passionate about cooking, but uses a flamethrower or blowtorch so he can cook food as quickly as possible. He is seen using his weapons in action when he protected the household from the circus group. When the last two attackers were in the kitchen, he was able to shoot at them with his machine gun and spread flour across the room, causing an explosion and killing the last of them. The next servant is Mayren, who is the only maid that serves CL. Much is known about her past. She moved to England with her parents, and soon after, they died, forcing Mayren to live alone on the streets. She met Jan and Hao, and they worked together to steal earrings off rich women to sell for food. This worked until one time where she shot the woman's ear incorrectly, making her be in pain. The woman's husband ordered for his servants to follow Jan and Hao. Mayren waited for them on the rooftop, but they were caught by his servant, and he threatened to sell them on the black market. They told him about Mayren, so he dangled them off the roof and gave her two options. She could either shoot the earring off an opera house attendee, or he would drop her friends. She chose the first option, which surprises Haku, but he tosses them off the roof anyway, shocking Mayren. She is then taken into Qingbang as a brother. She was taught how to use firearms, and after 10 years, she still worked for them, and Haku gave her one final mission, to hunt down Ciel Phantomhive. Mayren missed her first shot, so she stopped to rethink, but she was quickly caught by Sebastian. He disarmed her and brought her into the manor, where he suggested to Ciel that she should be hired as a maid as they were short on staff at the time, and they could make use of her excellent eyesight. She denied this offer as she couldn't see herself as a maid, but after she ate warm bread and stew, she complied and ate to her heart's content. Mayren's hair is maroon red and is typically styled in high pigtails. She wears large round glasses, which were gifted to her by Ciel. This is because she has incredible eyesight, as she could shoot at targets from miles away with her eyes alone. She has multiple scars from her arm, which she got when she was a child. Mayren is always seen in her maid outfit, but when she was a child, she pretended to be a boy, and she wore boys' clothes. She is a strong-willed person who wants to prove to herself that she deserves to be saved from the streets. She has a crush on Sebastian, which is mostly presented as comedic, as Sebastian does not like her back. She has feelings for him because he appreciates her skills as a sniper and Mayren herself. Although she is a rather useless maid, she is an incredibly talented sniper who can also wield most firearms, and she can reload at an incredible speed. During the fight against the first stringers of the circus, Mayren was able to shoot the two acrobats with complete accuracy to the point where Peter believed that there was a whole army of snipers on the roof, even though it was just Mayren. When she goes against Beast, she is able to shoot apart approaching debris by shooting them with her handguns. The last servant to join the household is Snake, who is recruited by Ciel and Sebastian at the end of Book of Murder. He is hired as a footman for Ciel, but before, he was an act in a popular traveling circus, which Sebastian and Ciel infiltrate in the Book of Circus. His act was a snake charmer, and he is self-proclaimed to be half snake. He talks to others through his snakes, but is also able to understand the creatures. He has around 9 snakes, which are named Wordsworth, Emily, Goeth, Oscar, Wilde, Webster, Bronte, Donne, and Keats, which are the names of famous authors and poets from the 18th and 19th centuries. As a child, Snake was in a cage and was put on display to be watched by customers of the freak show. He was rescued by the first stringers of the circus he used to work at, and he became a first stringer himself, as he was the only snake charmer, which meant that Snake was the only first stringer that was not from the orphanage. Snake has golden eyes and white hair, as well as an ahoge that displays his emotions. He is always seen with at least one snake. He is very timid and reserved, to the extent where he mostly talks through his snakes. He is very self-conscious of the scales on his cheeks, as he does not want to be ridiculed by others. Through his snake Emily, he flirted with Dagger, who was a fellow first stringer. He liked the members of the circus as they treated him like family. Although he is loyal to Ciel, he one day hopes that he could be reunited with the other first stringers, as he does not know that they are dead. Thank you all for indulging yourselves in all this information thus far. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, there are a few more things that I'd like to go over before the video ends. Firstly, if you're in the mood for some great storytelling, We the Celestials has got you covered. Our We the Celestials, My Hero Academia, and Naruto What If channels retell the story of their namesake anime with a twist. Check it out if you're interested. Secondly, on behalf of We the Celestials, I'd like to thank everyone involved in the production of today's awesome content. Their details can be found in the description below. Lastly, if you're interested in what we do here at We the Celestials, then then I'd like to extend you an invitation to join the team. The only caveat being, we only accept members from 16 years and up to join our crew. You can sign up for whichever category fulfills your interests by joining the recruitment Discord using the link in the description below. We're always looking for members to join us. Well, that's it from us for today's video. So thank you all for watching and have a great day.